Hey guys, imagine you want to paint your room. How many liters of paint do you need? Do you need 4 liters, or 10 liters, or 15 liters, or more? Well, that question can only be answered by working out the surface area in your room. The area of every wall you want to paint, including the ceiling if you want to paint the ceiling. So that means you're going to work out the area of every wall, and then add up the total area of the walls in your room that you want to paint, and that will work out the total square meters you need to cover with the paint you need to buy. So how do we work out surface area? Surface area of prisms. We're going to be looking at rectangular prisms, triangular prisms, and also we're going to work out the surface area of trapezoidal prisms. Now let's start with the rectangular prism. The rectangular prism. Here we have a rectangular prism and we can see the measurements. It has length of 12 meters, height of 2 meters, and breadth or width of 5 meters. And we are asked to find the surface area of this prism, which means you're going to find the area of every face, every single face. So we need to imagine how many faces are there. If we look, we notice there are faces that we can see. Face A, face E, and face C. But there are faces that we can't see. So we need to imagine and expand our prism to see what other faces are available to us. That way we can always add all the faces and make sure we have the total faces that we need. So look at this. What have we done? We've expanded the prism to see every face, to make sure that we are going to work out every face. Now, of course, you may be able to imagine this yourself. So here, we've expanded the prism. And we notice there are 6 faces. Face A, B, C, D, E, and F. So all 6, we need to find the area of every single face. We know here, all the faces are actually what? They are rectangles. So we're going to use the rectangle formula. A equals L times B. We're going to use that formula to work out the area of every face. Also, you can actually find out the faces by drawing a net of the solid. The net of a solid, as you can see there, again, 6 faces. We're now going to work out the area of every face and then add them all up to find the total surface area of this prism. Let's get started. We'll start with face A. Face A, we know its measurements are 12 times 5. 12 times 5, 60. Now we know the units are in meters. 60 square meters is the area of face A. That's one done. 5 to go. B. We know B is the same as A. It's totally opposite. It's the opposite side. So all we need to do is 60 as well for face B, because it's the same size as face A. Then we want to work out face C. Now face C is 2 times 5. So 2 meters by 5 meters, 10 square meters, that is C. What other face is opposite it and has the same size? Face D has the same size. So let's work out D as well. We know D is just simply 10 square meters. Now, what next? We have 2 more faces. Face E, 12 times 2, 24 square meters. And of course, face F is opposite. It has the same size, meaning it's going to be also 24 square meters. Have we found out the area of all 6 faces? Yes, we have. Now what do? We add all of them up. We're going to add the 24, the other 24, the 10, the other 10, the 60, and the 60. So we're going to add 60 plus 60 plus 10 plus 10 plus 24 plus 24. So all up, we're going to add them together. Grab your calculator and add them with me. 120 plus 10, 130, 140 plus 24 plus another 24, 188 square meters. 60 plus 60 is 120, plus 10, 130, plus another 10, 140, plus 48, 188 square meters. So we found out the area of every face. Face A, B, C, D, E, and F. All 6 faces we found the area of, then we add them together. This is easy, but it's so easy as well to make a mistake, to miss a face, or to actually add a face twice. So it's very important that you make sure that you concentrate and that you make sure all the faces are added properly and you worked out all the faces without missing one, or maybe adding or doubling on one or the other. So here, the answer for the surface area of this prism is 188 square meters. Now let's do another 2 examples. The next example now, we have a triangular prism. We are also asked to find the surface area of this triangular prism. We know we've got to find the surface area of every face, all the faces in this prism. First, let's look at it carefully. The triangular prism has how many faces? It has 5 faces. If we expand the triangular prism, we can see all the faces. We have face A and face B, they are triangles, they are the same size. Face C is the base, it's down the bottom, and face E and also D are the sides. They are also the same size. So now we've got to work out every single face. We need to be careful what shape is each face. If we look at A and B, we know straight away they are triangles. So what do? We use a triangle formula for the area. Let's work out the area of A and B. Starting with A, we know the triangle has a special formula. The formula is half times base times height. So half times the base times the height, which is half. The base of this triangle is 6 and the height is 4, which means half times 6 times 4, 12, and the units are in centimeters, 12 square centimeters. That's the area of triangle A, and we know B is the same size, so B is also 12 square centimeters. The triangles have been done. Now, what's next? We can tell we're going to work out the area of C, and C is the base. It is red there for us, it's marked in red, and we know it's going to be a rectangle 6 times 10. 6 times 10, 60 square centimeters. That's the area of the base. Now next, we know we've got to work out the sides, D and E. Starting with D, we know that both of them are the same size. 10 times 5, they are rectangles. 10 times 5, 50 square centimeters. That's the area of D, and E is the same. 50 square centimeters. So we have found the area of the 5 faces. And as I said, it's always good to look at the diagram carefully. And if you would like to draw it as a net, you can, or you'd like to imagine and expand it in your mind to see what faces are available, you can also do that as well. So here we have broken down and we have put all the faces. We found the area of each one. What are we doing now? We're going to add the area of every face to find the total surface area of this triangular prism. Let's do that. We have 12 and another 12 and 60 and 50 and 50. The area of every face added together. So we have 12 plus 12 plus 50 plus 50 plus the 60. Okay, so you can grab your calculator now, work it out. We know we have 24 plus 100, 124 plus 60, 184 square centimeters. That is our answer. That is the total surface area of this triangular prism. Remember, we work out the area of every face and add them all up. It's that simple. Let's do another example. Our last example, we are asked to find the surface area of this trapezoidal prism. It has how many faces? We look at it carefully, and if we can't imagine it, we can expand it, and we can also draw the net. What do we notice? It has 5 faces. 2 of the faces are special. They are trapeziums. Face A and face B are trapeziums. They are the same size. So all we need to do is work out one face and times it by 2. We also have face D and E. They are also the same size. They are the sides of the trapezoidal prism. Face C is the top of the trapezoidal prism, and face F is the base, it's the bottom of the trapezoidal prism. Now we've got to work out the area of every one of those faces and then add them up all together. Let's do that. Starting with the trapeziums, we have face A and face B. We'll start with face A. What's the formula for a trapezium? By now, all these formulas should be in your head. Half h brackets a plus b close brackets. So the formula is half the height of the trapezium, a plus b close bracket. We know that the height of the trapezium is actually 4. So half times 4. What's inside the brackets? The 2 parallel lines. Here they are 12 and 6. Let's work out the area. Half times 4, open bracket, 12 plus 6, close bracket. You might want to grab your calculator to work out all the faces for us. Half times 4 is 2. 2 times everything inside. 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 times the 2 is 36. And we know the units are square centimeters. So the area of trapezium A, the first face, it is 36. B is the same size, so B is also going to be 36 square centimeters. We have completed faces A and B. Let's do face C. Face C is the top. What measurements does it have? The length is 20 and the width or the breadth is 6. So C is a rectangle, 20 times 6, 120 square centimeters. That's completed. Next we have D and E, and we know they are the same size. Working out D, we have the length of 20 and the height of, or the breadth of 5. So 20 times 5, 100 square centimeters. And lastly we have E, and then we're going to do F. So E is 100 as well, the same size as D. And we have F, it's the base. F is the base, it is 20 centimeters long and 12 centimeters wide. So F is our last one, 20 times 12. And our answer is 240 centimeters for face F. Now what do we do? Remember, we've got to add them all up. Let's do it. Let's add each one. In your calculator, 36 for face A plus 36 for face B plus 120 plus 100 plus another 100 plus 240. So altogether we're adding face A, face B, face C, face D, face E, and face F. Add them all up, grab your calculator, put them all on, and you know you should get 632 square centimeters. So the total surface area of this shape, the total surface area of the trapezoidal prism is 632 square centimeters. The working out of the area is simple, but as I said right at the start, very important not to miss a face in the actual prism that we are working out. It's very easy to make a mistake. So be careful, zoom in, look carefully, And if you have to draw a net, then do it. But if you can imagine, it will be quicker and faster to actually work them out one by one, and then of course add them all up and you'll get the answer. Don't forget, this is surface area, so we have to have centimeters squared with a little 2 on top. Very important that you remember that.